Hey y'all, D Moon, and this is story time. I'm telling you guys a story because I want to talk about law of attraction. It's gonna be one of the plenty topics that's be on this channel, and I can't really talk to you guys about anything I haven't personally experienced. If I want to get you guys to try it out too, right? So I want to talk about this story because this was at a time in which I couldn't write anything. I was having a serious case of writer's block, which doesn't exist by the way, but that's a whole nother topic and a whole nother video. But I remember I just couldn't write anything. I was depressed. I was mad. I was like, bro, how can you sit here and call yourself an artist if you can't even write something on a sheet of paper? And I remember my mom, she was telling me, why don't you try yoga and meditation? And I'm looking at her crazy like, yoga? You talking about like when you breathe and you stretch? I'm like, bro, I do that before basketball. So they ain't never helped me out as far as changing my life. I thought that was before the exercise, not the actual exercise. But I learned that yoga is exercise for the brain and the body. And it has a direct relationship to meditation. So yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning, you seen a 6'2", 220-pound dude doing yoga. Child poses, mountain poses, the whole works, warrior two. I'm over there doing downward facing dog, which is by far the worst pose ever created. Whoever thought of that pose, they had to be tripping. Like, why would you even put your body through that? I was taught that was supposed to help you when you were doing push-ups. I didn't know that was an actual pose and was supposed to help you in life. But anyway, I'm thankful for it. So keep it moving. So around 6 o'clock after doing that little yoga challenge, whatever, I had went into meditation. Now, I had watched a couple of videos on how to meditate because I definitely did not know what I was doing. And one of the videos that stuck out to me was, it was saying basically, in order for law of attraction to work, you have to sit, wherever you are, and you have to basically get your brain to realize that the feeling or the feeling of accomplishing the goal is what you're currently experiencing because you already accomplished it. That's how you bring it into your life. So in order for you to do that, you have to get a past experience, visualize that past experience in which you was the happiest or the most thankful, or when you accomplished a certain goal, that feeling that you got, you have to sit there and bring it to today, bringing it to that time. So that's what I did. I forgot the experience, to be honest with you, because this experience is so mind-blowing. I just completely threw that one out the way. But I had an experience in my head in which I was like the happiest of all time. Felt like I accomplished something. And I brought it into the goal that I was currently trying to get, which was, like I said, writing a song. So I visualized me sitting in the exact corner of the room in which I sat at. I visualized the clothes I had on, the composition notebook I was writing in, the exact pen I was writing with. I mean, yeah, the pen, legit the pen. And I was like, okay, let's go. I'm done. Did my meditation. I applied it. And the next thing you know, I dozed off. Went straight to sleep. Not gonna flex. I was tired. I said, forget it, bro. So anyway, let me just stop. I'm playing. I'm joking. Not about the sleeping part, but I mean, I wasn't ready to give up. So after that, I woke up and I was like, all right, bro, come on now. Let's get serious. So I went and I watched another YouTube video. And in that video, it told me, okay, your mind is a garden. Your subconscious mind is the soil, sunlight, and water. Your thoughts are the seed. And basically what you have to do is put good seeds in to produce the good fruit, the good vegetables, your trees, your paradise, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's how it came off of me. And after I had watched that part, I was like, oh, okay, I'm ready. I really honestly didn't even finish the video. I only got to the part in which it was saying, you got to write down everything that was negative in your life. And you have to make it into a positive. I ain't even making it into a positive. I just wrote down everything negative. I just like, okay, let's go. I was so ready and eager to do something. I tried it out. And I just told myself, I gotta write today. I gotta write today. I gotta finish the song today. I have to finish the song today. I'm not leaving this room until I finish this song. And I guarantee you, at that moment, when I was saying that, when I was like I have to do this. There was no other way. That's when a beat came to me in my head. And the beat that came to my head was, of course, the beat that I used for that song. But it was just crazy to me because I ain't never had anything like that happen to me before. I never had something come to my mind with no type of aid. I didn't have my phone with me looking on YouTube for beats, and I do that all the time. I ain't have, anything. I was just like, dang, there's a beat playing in my head right now. That never happened. So boom, got my phone, went on YouTube, found the beat. Crazy as it sounded, I found the beat. I just typed in hip hop type beat, and the beat was right there. No lie. And I wrote. I wrote a whole song. That was so powerful to me. And I remember once I wrote the song, I looked at the clock because I had to go to work that day. The clock said 111. Now, for you, 111 may not mean a thing, but I remember that it said that basically you will know that 111 is like a sign from the universe telling you, hey, this is, basically this is a sign. I don't even know how to explain it. Just, it's a sign. And 111 may not mean nothing to you or the next person, but for me, it meant something. And the reason why was because I remember when I was at work one time, and it was when I first got the job. There was a girl there, and she was like, hey, look, it's 111, make a wish. I'm like, make a wish? She was like, yeah, when you see certain numbers on the clock, it's time for you to make a wish. That's you, putting your thoughts in the universe. And at the time, I was like, man, that girl here crazy, but she fine though, so I'm definitely finna do it. I mean, I'm trying to get her number. I ain't even, worried about all that, but I did it. And that experience came back to my head. And when it happened, like, there was this rush of euphoria. Like, I was the happiest man alive at that moment. I can't explain it. Like, I had chills, all that stuff. I mean, I was ecstatic. I was jumping up for joy. I'm talking about energetic. I was so happy that I wrote that song, and then it was 111. That's when I was like, oh, it got to be something to this. Like, you can't sit here and tell me I ain't just experienced this. And I went to work. I told everybody that day. Everybody, they over here looking at me like, bro, DJ, you crazy coming here with all that positivity talk. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, hey, I understand, but look, trust me, it is working. So fast forward a couple of days later, I actually finished the video. And the video said, okay, you write down everything negative in your life, but then you have to make it into a positive. So you have to make literally everything on that list, no matter how bad it seems, you have to make it into a positive. So I did that. Then the next thing it said was you have to read. The reason why you have to read is you're exercising your brain and know, look, you're working towards this goal. So the thoughts that you put in, constructive books, of course, that you're reading, that's going to help your brain work. It's exercising your brain, literally. And also it said for the last thing, the last step is you have to be grateful for everything. You have to be grateful. You have to have that type of gratitude and thankfulness for your life and what's coming in your life. And that's how more things are going to come to you in abundance. So I did that. And no lie, no exaggeration. I hope that you guys really believe me when I say this, because it's definitely the truth. That day at 111, that was the time I finished my next verse. No exaggeration. I legit looked at the clock because it was the same scenario. Like, dog, I got to get to work. So I had wrote that verse. I was feeling happy. I was like, oh, okay, boom. I had the same feeling. I felt it. And I looked at the clock. It was 111. Like I said, it doesn't have to be something that relates to you as far as 111. It could have been any sign. It could have been a car driving by, the same car that you drive, and you could have noticed it. I was just taught to always pay attention to signs, and that's what I do now, based off these experiences that I've been having. So, like I said, I went to work again, and I told my GM about it. And it just so happened she was talking to a girl, one of our coworkers, and me and the girl, we were cool. She was like, look, she's going through this tough time, and I tried to talk to her. She like me personally, I like to talk about God, and maybe that wasn't working out for her. So maybe you could take a crack at it and see what happens. And me trying to spread the love, I'm like, oh shoot, bet, because I know this stuff work. So me and the girl, we went out as far as on the patio later on that day, and we just talked. I told her my experience, and she was like, okay, DJ, you sound cuckoo, sound crazy, but I'll try it out. Hey, I take your word for it. So she did the exact same thing. The first step, she wrote down everything that was negative that she was feeling at the time that was negative in her life. And the first thing that she wrote on that list was her relationship with her mom. She felt as if her mom, didn't really appreciate her, or their relationship was a little strained. They was like at odds with each other. And it was like, in order to make that positive, she started, talking about the goals that she got with her mom, or basically how thankful she was. And then we kept on going down the list. But that conversation was stopped because she received a phone call. And the person that called her was her mom. And when she did that, her mom said that she was just calling to see how she was doing and wanted to know if she wanted to go out to eat later so they could talk about some things. When I tell you, like, the girl started crying. Legit. Tears in her eyes. I'm sitting here like, I'm in awe. I'm in shock because I'm like, dang, that junk is like working. When it happened to you, you like, oh, okay, it happened to me. But then when you see it happen to somebody else, you like, oh, this junk work. Like it's real. Basically, it hit different when it happened to somebody else and it's in your face. You like, oh, I know for a fact this the truth now. Like, you can't tell me nothing. So moral of the story is like, yeah, law of attraction works. I've seen it work in my life. I've seen it work in somebody else's life by direct experience, just telling them what I've been through. And hopefully this, happens to you guys. Cause I just know that feeling that I had, I would want anybody to experience it. That's all for the story, you guys. Hopefully it helped you guys out. And I'll be back with another one.